Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt, and it is finally Fiendish Friday. Yes, folks, yes, it's finally TGIF. Yes, it's finally here. First and foremost, I hope each and every one of you are going to have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you get out and enjoy the weather, get to do something fun, maybe binge watch some movies or some series. I don't know, do whatever it is that makes you happy, because that's what's most important in life, is trying to make yourself happy. Please do like, share, and subscribe, because I love seeing all your new faces around here. And as always, like I like to tell everyone that watches my videos and tunes in every day or whenever, sporadically, whenever they'd like to, because my videos are not going anywhere, folks. Let's just face it, they're there to stay, and they're there for you to watch at your own discretion. So I do thank each and every one of you for checking out my videos, because if it wasn't for you, I would not be doing it. That is for sure. But do, as I always say, do. I said do. But please do always look in the description box for more information on the film of the day, such as a brief synopsis, the starring cast of the film, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, and some trivia if I have anything fun or worthwhile mentioning, and then of course either a link for a trailer or a trailer or a scene, not both of them together, but there will be a link for one of those. And most of the time I do have a trailer link for all of you guys, because sometimes you need something else to kind of quench your thirst a little bit, to really like pull you in to see if you really want to check out the movie, if you're that interested or not. And now today's is an interesting one. I believe this one, it might fall on the public domain list. I'm not 100%. I don't really think it is, now that I think about it, but there for a while, I think it did, but it was part of the UK BBFC's Video Nasties, and it basically got there because of the cover artwork it had for the time. It's a very gory, bloody artwork that is, I think, really cool and iconic, because it is. Let's face it, folks. This is an iconic film amongst the horror community. I hold this one up there in high regard, because it is so well made. It has so many layers. It is definitely an onion. It is definitely something where you got to keep peeling back, and you find more and more about it that is just more entertaining, interesting, and informative, all in the same aspect. It is all very cool. It is a very powerful film for what it is. And now, like I said, this one came out in 1979, and it is none other, folks, than The Driller Killer. Yes, one of my favorite all-time movies. This one is just so good. It's I would put it in my top 20 for sure for films that I enjoy. Maybe even top 10. It is definitely one that I watch multiple times a year. I feel like it is it's one of those that gets better every time I watch it. That's how I feel about this one. I just have that much love for Driller Killer, and not only that, but Abel Ferrara and his films. His films are very iconic, stuff that I thoroughly enjoy. Things not only from this, but to Miss 45. What else do we have? We have Bad Lieutenant, which is amazing. We have Fear City, The Funeral. He did some episodes of Miami Vice. He did a couple of made-for-television type movies here. He did a couple of those. He did not that long ago, like probably like 5 or 6 years ago. That's 5 or 6 years ago. It's not that long ago. Yeah, that's been a hot minute, 5 or 6 years. He did a movie on Pier Paolo Pasolini on his final days after he made the movie Salò, which I have not seen that film. It's one that is definitely on my radar, because I am a huge fan of Salò. Definitely another one that's super iconic of its time, and a very powerful film that caused a lot lot of backlash. That is one of those that extremely controversial. Just fucked up movie. That's just it. That's it. That's Solo. That movie is fucked up. Is it for everyone? No, it's not. It is very art house. But if you can get past the artistic value of it, you're in for one hell of a ride because it gets pretty gnarly. Now this one, I watched the pre-release cut, which is an hour and 40 minutes. I can't remember exactly how long the regular cut of it goes. It is an hour and 36 minutes, so it's got a 4-minute extra runtime on there. So it's got some extra stuff that is not in the regular cut. Now this one stars, directed, and produced, written, all of the above is none other than Abel Ferrara. He does an amazing job playing your driller killer, playing your killer Reno. I really am a huge fan of his work. Now, as far as what this release is, it is the Arrow Video US video release. It does have my case is my little flapper's broken in here, but it is a 2-disc set, Blu-ray DVD set. As you can see, my little doohickey popped off. It doesn't like to stay on there. It is let me try to get that back on there, and there we go. And I love this right here. This film should be played loud. That is your opening. The very first thing you see to this movie is that saying right there. And it does have a reversible artwork right there for you folks. That's a newly commissioned artwork. I like it and all, but nothing beats the old classic drill to the head of the homeless person. Nothing beats that artwork, in my opinion. It is just on point, just because it is such an iconic artwork due to being part of that UK Video Nasties list. I don't know if I would necessarily call this movie a slasher. It is definitely very psychological, one that has a lot of religious iconography, or at least it has some. Like all of Abel Ferrara's films, there's some religious iconography in there. There is a lot of metaphors in there for other things in life. It is very raw, gritty, real. It's such a masterpiece. It's beautiful, in my opinion. Now, what is it about? Or wait, hold on. I forgot to tell you what is on here for special features. It does have a really cool, extensive interview that's about 25 minutes long with Abel Ferrara himself, which he talks about like several different films of his, but he mostly goes over Driller Killer itself. Very informative and a very cool interview. The guy seems like he'd be a blast to hang out with. He is definitely your stereotypical East Coast New Yorker type attitude going on there. He seems very cool. And not to be sarcastic, I'm being legit. Like, he seems like a real cool cat. I'd like to hang out with him, pick his brain for a few minutes. And this one also stars Carolyn, Marz. Oh wait, I forgot I was gonna. And then the other special features on here are there's a cool little documentary. It's on the Abel Ferrara's filmography. It goes over from beginning to end on that, including his student films, his short films, his music videos. He went over, because he did some music videos. He worked, directed. He He did some pornography early in his career. And then, like I said, he did such things like Miss 45 and Fear City, Bad Lieutenant. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. The guy did some amazing stuff. And, I hope he continues to make some art, because this one is definitely a beautiful masterpiece. Now, exactly, what is it about? It's about an artist who is the typical struggling artist, can't afford to pay his bills, barely has a roof over his head. He is working on his masterpiece, his magnum opus, his greatest work of all time, and it is this really cool painting of a buffalo with a extremely realistic looking eye. It is just mind-boggling, and then it's got some other really cool art. I don't know what I like, shapes, and his artwork is just one of a kind. That's all I'm gonna say. It's very, very interesting, and I actually kind of dig it. I would own some of that stuff, especially the buffalo. I think it's very, very cool. Maybe they do prints of that one. That would be one that I would maybe own a print of. Now, I almost forgot. We also have Carolyn Marz in here. We have Baybi Day, and that's spelled Baybi, and Harry Schultz, and then Alan Wynroth. Alan Wynroth. Oh my gosh, Matt, that was tough for you to say. And like I said, it is directed, written, produced, starring Abel Ferrara. But he's the one that plays Reno, this struggling artist, who has these crazy visions. His life is beginning to basically crumble and shatter and become something. It's metamorphosizing into something very ugly, something that he cannot control, something that is pushing him over the edge to the point to where he is killing people with a power drill. Yes, folks, a power drill. This is set in 1979, so this is pre-cordless drills, very pre-cordless, but it is. They explain it by this thing that it's like a belt that he wears. It's called a Porto Pack, I think is what it was called. It's basically a portable power pack that you can plug any appliance into, and it'll create enough energy for X amount of time. Kind of a cool little invention, a cool little idea to be able to really explain how he's able to use a drill everywhere he goes, for as far as his killings, and he mostly targets are homeless people, derelicts, people that are often shunned by regular society, people that nobody wants to talk to, be around, or associate with, stuff like that. And all the while, he's got this punk band that moved in downstairs, which the very first time I watched this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hated them. I thought they were annoying, but now I enjoy them very, very much. There's a funny scene where the lead singer is sitting up against the wall, and he's just like making some weird noises, and he's talking like this, and he wants to see some girl's pussy tonight. Oh, it's hilarious. It just cracks me up every time I see it. It looks like it was a very candid moment, and that it was maybe possibly improvised right there on the spot. That's pretty funny. The way I can just imagine that it is. Now and so basically that's your setup for the story is he's struggling to finish this painting. He has a whole backstory with these two women that live with him. One is a younger girl. One is a married woman who has left her husband and she's receiving alimony from the man. And she is basically the only one that is providing as far as financially as it goes financially. So there's that huge strain on them. And then Abel Ferrara's character is very on edge, very aggressive, confrontational type person. So you got that going on. Then there's the whole story with his art dealer, and there's arguments about money. There's a whole sexual tension between the art dealer and Abel Ferrara's character. You can tell that the art dealer really wants to suck off his artist. You know, he wants to do something sexually with him. I really could care less what. It's not my ordeal, not my thing. But if that's what makes you happy, that's fine and dandy. But either way, he wants to have sexual relations with him. Like I said, there's a whole story with this punk band that moves in downstairs. Abel Ferrara's character absolutely despises them and their music, and he is constantly making snide remarks about how he wishes that they would just shut up and you know, and at least in a music venue he can leave. And you know, he doesn't have to listen to their crap and things like that. You know, the guy is just a very edgy character. Now, and then of course he's killing people along the way. Anyways, now on to any kind of ratings for this one. On a technical side, this thing's a 4 out of 5 in my opinion. It goes above and beyond. It definitely has a very beautiful. It's shot very beautifully in my opinion. You're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. As far as the pacing goes, it does get a little up and down in places, but it's one of those. It fits in it perfectly because you want with this one you want the way it's presented. It's kind of scattered. It's almost schizophrenic the way its presentation is. It's very all over the place as far as a technical side goes, and that's what it's supposed. I believe everything that I've read and from all the interviews I've seen, it's basically why it is the way it is, and it's supposed to be that way, and it works perfectly for this. And it's very hard for a film to pull that off, in my opinion, because there's lots of movies that do that, and it really changes the whole momentum of a film, and it can change the feel of it, and could make or break it if you know where I'm going on that end. So, as far as an entertainment side goes, this one's a 4 out of 5 as well. This is an 8 out of 10 movie, in my opinion. This is, as I've said multiple times in this is a masterpiece. It should be seen by every single true horror file, especially ones that want to delve into the video nasty stuff. This is a good spot to start. Cannibal Holocaust is another great place. Anthropophagus is another one. There's just so many great ones in there. You know, you can just almost point and just start there. Alright guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. I'm not even sure what I'm going to line up for next week yet, but I'll figure it out over the weekend. I hope all of y'all have a great one.